guys, welcome to RC Roads. Today it was like 101 degrees out, so I didn't really feel like getting out in the desert. So I went in the backyard and I'm just playing around trying to get my car set up. And basically this video is about prepping to go out on a ride, you know, on a drive with your RC car. So here I'm just checking different tires and tire heights and how they perform and stuff. And I'm looking at my little Ryft that I built here, I'm sorry. And, you know, it's just a real project car, but it doesn't really have that much clearance. Even my Ryft has better clearance than the Ryft. But needless to say, things you need to do when you're prepping. I was going to do a tire video, actually. I was going to do a tire video, which tires are better and whatnot. But I noticed that a little bit larger tires are much better for a crawler. I don't even know what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of praising my thing, whatever. Okay, so I changed out the suspension and, you know, raised it up quite a bit. So I got about almost 4 inches of clearance in the center there, so that's not too bad. Problems I had, I really didn't have any problems with this car when I was testing it in the backyard, other than it was dragging on the skid plate. So, you know, I raised the suspension quite a bit. I don't know if it'll roll over easier like this or not, but it is what it is. And I'm just testing it out on some ramps in the backyard. And that didn't come out too good because it's just a crawler. I really need some rocks and things to crawl over. Gave it a little slow motion. Then I was having major problems with my cameras too, so I needed to get those dialed in. Took my little Ryft just since I was out in the backyard and kind of jumped it over a few things. I'm just kind of looking at the footage here. Okay. I did quite a bit of filming, but I noticed that when I looked at it, it was all way oversaturated. So not only are you concerned with your cars and how they are before you go out and run them, you also want to set your cameras up so that they're halfway decent and give you some vibrant colors, but this is ridiculous. So yeah, I went through my cameras and all my other stuff. I pretty much just use GoPro cameras to shoot my footage with, and I noticed that it's probably a good idea to lock in your settings before you even go out, because if you bump the screen or anything, you'll change the contrast or whatever. You can do all kinds of stuff. Or you might just go into photo mode and think you're shooting video. So it's kind of good to lock it in. There's, you know, you can lock the resolution and frames per second and all that stuff. So kind of better. Here I'm just bopping around the backyard, seeing what the camera looks like now. I don't even know what my frame rate is or anything, but I'm dumping stuff back from 5K, 4K down to 1080 for this video. I think I'm just showing off the lights a little bit here. I don't know what I'm doing, but that's it. I think I've pretty much worked the bugs out of this thing. Eventually I'm going to go ahead and pull those two side plates off and just get some normal rails. And I've got new bumpers and everything, so maybe I'll get lucky and get a Jeep body for this thing. I don't know. For now it's going to just be like it is. I mean, it's kind of nice like this, all open like that with the wheels sticking out. You can get over stuff pretty easy. It won't get over this pile of rocks, though, I don't think. I think I was working on that earlier and then I gave up. I mean, I got it up to the top one time, but why beat the car up too much, you know? Doesn't even sound good. Anyways, yeah, that's what I'm doing, just playing. But it's better than sitting in the house doing nothing. And I pretty much got all my stuff organized now, ready to go for a good bash out in the dirt. I think here I'm just trying to entertain myself and, you know, just play with the car a little bit. I'm standing in the shade and I'm filming, so it's nice and cool where I'm at here. I mean, it is really hot lately, and I don't know, I'm just getting too old for that heat. Now with the car down so low, you know, with the suspension down low like that, it was dragging on everything it went over. I mean, it just was. So I think by raising it up, it'll make it a better crawler. And then here I'm just playing around. I'm just grabbing everything I can out of my shed and throwing it out in the backyard so I have something to play with. And I think those racks are off like an old clothes rack or something. Now here since I couldn't get up there, I said, well, let me try some cloth. Well, that didn't work too good. Oh God. I think I locked the cloth in, and I was challenging myself to try to get it up into that cart, but it was a real struggle. I mean, because it was just hanging up right at that edge there on the skid plate. So I kept trying. Oh well, but I still had fun. The body took a little bit of beating, but you know. And now I tried to turn around and get into the cart, and I couldn't even do that. I mean, I tried, but good practice, and it set me up for getting out and, you know, learning about crawlers and getting my car just dialed in and everything. And it was fun. So, you know, just scrap junk out in the backyard. Ladders, whatever you can do. Now this, you can see the underside of my car because I drove it up over one of those racks. So that's kind of a cool effect, I guess, if you want to do that. I don't know. Don't ask me. See, it hung up on a Phillips head screw there. See that screw sticking out? And it can't make this last little ramp. Too steep. Dead. And there, I'm just checking height again. So I think I'm going to cut it here. Heck, why cut it? These are the tires I just bought, and they were very inexpensive, so I kind of like the color of them, the blue. These are much better tires, much softer. They grab really good. They're not quite as wide, but they are taller. And you already saw this earlier in the video, so I'm going to cut it here and move on. At the end of the day, I put all my stuff back in the shed, and I didn't feel like dragging it back out again after I raised the height on my suspension, so I didn't, you know, do another run. But I could obviously tell that a big issue with this car was that the skid plate was hanging up on everything. So by adjusting that, hopefully I'll be able to get over more stuff. I don't have to go fast. I can go slow, and hopefully it won't tip over too easy. But yeah. I mean, I really enjoy entertaining myself in the backyard like this when it's, you know, hot out and I can't get out, so I can at least play in the backyard a little bit. Something else, when you're ready to go out for a run, make sure you have all your tools, all your batteries are charged good, your camera batteries are charged good, and even if you use like a LiPo in your remote like I do, make sure that's charged too, and pretty much cross your fingers, because a lot of times you'll have issues when you get out there. So sometimes it's good just to take 2 cars and 2 remotes in case, and a lot of extra batteries. So yeah, basically that's about it. Just the biggest thing is test your cars before you take them out. Run them around your backyard, run them out in the street in the front yard. You know, give them a little bit of rugged roughness and see how they do. All right, guys, I think I'm going to close out the video here. You guys got a good look at my car. I mean, it's got some pretty good articulation, that's for sure. Anyways, prepping for going out, that's very important. Make sure you have everything you need before you get out there. Double check everything, and run your car before you even take it out, I would say, and then recharge your battery if you have to. This is my remote that I use, a little stick I made to hang out the bottom. That's about it, guys. I appreciate you watching, and hope you guys had a great weekend. That's about it. I can't think of anything else. Other than, oh, I should show you this one last thing. Yeah, boy. I picked up a bumper set because I was going to use it on the car, on this car, but it's not going to work out that well. I mean, it wasn't very expensive, but anyways, something else I ordered too, which I may or may not do, is I have a V8 motor, you know, a fake one, that I might put in the rear of this. I don't know, just for looks, but we'll see. I mean, really, I'd like to have a Jeep, but one of these days I'll get one. But for now, I'm having a great time with what I have. And again, thank you for watching, and like and subscribe.